In the last 17th and 18th session, we talked about the virtue of challenge. Today, let's proceed to preparation, the 7th virtue of navigatorship. Before we start the 19th session, you will see a video first for a keyword of creativity reviewed in the last 18th session. The lecture was given by Tim Harford.
Late in January 1975, a 17-year-old German girl called Vera Brandes walked out onto the stage of the Cologne Opera House. The auditorium was empty. It was lit only by the dim green glow of the emergency exit sign. This was the most exciting day of Vera's life. She was the youngest concert promoter in Germany, and she had persuaded the Cologne Opera House to host a late-night concert of jazz from the American musician Keith Jarrett. 1,400 people were coming. And in just a few hours, Jarrett would walk out on the same stage, he'd sit down at the piano, and without rehearsal or sheet music, he'd begin to play. But right now, Vera was introducing Keith to the piano in question, and it wasn't going well. So Jarrett looked at the instrument a little warily, played a few notes, walked around it, played a few more notes, muttered something to his producer, and the producer came over to Vera and said, "If you don't get a new piano, Keith can't play." There'd been a mistake. The opera house had provided the wrong instrument. This one had this harsh, tinny upper register because all the felt had worn away. The black notes were sticking. The white notes were out of tune, the pedals didn't work, and the piano itself was just too small. It wouldn't create the volume that would fill a large space, such as the Cologne Opera House. So Keith Jarrett left. He went and sat outside in his car, leaving Vera Brandes to get on the phone to try to find a replacement piano. Now, she got a piano tuner, but she couldn't get a new piano. And so she went outside, and she stood there in the rain, talking to Keith Jarrett, begging him not to cancel the concert. And he looked out of his car at this bedraggled, rain-drenched German teenager, took pity on her, and said, "Never forget. Only for you." And so a few hours later, Jarrett did indeed step out onto the stage of the opera house. He sat down at the unplayable piano and began. Within moments, it became clear that something magical was happening. Jarrett was avoiding those upper registers. He was sticking to the middle tones of the keyboard, which gave the piece a soothing, ambient quality. But also, because the piano was so quiet, he had to set up these rumbling, repetitive riffs in the bass. And he stood up, twisting, pounding down on the keys, desperately trying to create enough volume to reach the people in the back row. It's an electrifying performance. It somehow has this peaceful quality, and at the same time, it's full of energy. It's dynamic. And the audience loved it. Audiences continue to love it because the recording of the Cologne concert is the best-selling piano album in history and the best-selling solo jazz album in history. Keith Jarrett had been handed a mess. He'd embraced that mess, and it soared. But let's think for a moment about Jarrett's initial instinct. He didn't want to play. Of course, I think any of us in any remotely similar situation would feel the same way. We'd have the same instinct. We don't want to be asked to do good work with bad tools. We don't want to have to overcome unnecessary hurdles. But Jarrett's instinct was wrong. Yeah, thank goodness he changed his mind. And I think our instinct is also wrong. I think we need to gain a bit more appreciation for the unexpected advantages of having to cope with a little mess. So let me give you some examples from cognitive psychology, from complexity science, from social psychology, and of course, rock and roll. So cognitive psychology first. We've actually known for a while that certain kinds of difficulty, certain kinds of obstacle, can actually improve our performance. For example, the psychologist Daniel Oppenheimer, a few years ago, teamed up with high school teachers, and he asked them to reformat the handouts that they were giving to some of their classes. So the regular handout would be formatted in something straightforward, such as Helvetica or Times New Roman. But half these classes were getting handouts that were formatted in something sort of intense, like Hattenschweiler, or something with a zesty bounce, like Comic Sans italicized. These are really ugly fonts, and they're difficult fonts to read. But at the end of the semester, students were given exams, and the students who'd been asked to read the more difficult fonts had actually done better in their exams in a variety of subjects. And the reason is the difficult font had slowed them down, forced them to work a bit harder, to think a bit more about what they were reading, to interpret it, and so they learnt more. Another example. The psychologist Shelley Carson has been testing Harvard undergraduates for the quality of their attentional filters. What do I mean by that? What I mean is, imagine you're in a restaurant, you're having a conversation. There are all kinds of other conversations going on in the restaurant. You want to filter them out. You want to focus on what's important to you. Can you do that? If you can, you have good, strong attentional filters. But some people really struggle with that. Some of Carson's undergraduate subjects struggled with that. They had weak filters. They had porous filters, let a lot of external information in. And so what that meant is they were constantly being interrupted by the sights and the sounds of the world around them. If there was a television on while they were doing their essays, they couldn't screen it out. Now, you would think that that was a disadvantage. But no. When Carson looked at what these students have achieved, the ones with the weak filters were vastly more likely to have some real creative milestone in their lives, to have published their first novel, to have released their first album. These distractions were actually grist to their creative mill. They were able to think outside the box because their box was full of holes. Let's talk about complexity science. So how do you solve a really complex problem? The world's full of complicated problems. How do you solve a really complicated problem? For example, you're trying to make a jet engine. There are lots and lots of different variables, the operating temperature, the materials, all the different dimensions, the shape. You can't solve that kind of problem all in one go. It's too hard. So what do? Well, one thing you can do is try to solve it step by step. So you have some kind of prototype, and you tweak it, you test it, you improve it. You tweak it, you test it, you improve it. Now, this idea of marginal gains will eventually get you a good jet engine, and it's been quite widely implemented in the world. So you'll hear about it, for example, in high-performance cycling. Web designers will talk about trying to optimize their web pages. They're looking for these step-by-step gains. That's a good way to solve a complicated problem. But you know what would make it a better way? A dash of mess. You add randomness early on in the process. You make crazy moves. You try stupid things that shouldn't work. And that will tend to make the problem-solving work better. And the reason for that is the trouble with the step-by-step process, the marginal gains, is they can walk you gradually down a dead end. And if you start with the randomness, that becomes less likely, and your problem-solving becomes more robust. Let's talk about social psychology. So the psychologist Catherine Phillips, with some colleagues, recently gave murder mystery problems to some students. And these students were collected in groups of 4, and they were given dossiers with information about a crime, and alibis and evidence, witness statements, and 3 suspects. And the groups of 4 students were asked to figure out who did it, who committed the crime. And there were 2 treatments in this experiment. So in some cases, these were 4 friends. They all knew each other well. In other cases, 3 friends, and a stranger. Now you can see where I'm going with this. Obviously, I'm going to say that the groups with the stranger solved the problem more effectively, which is true, they did. Actually, they solved the problem quite a lot more effectively. So the groups of 4 friends, they only had a 50-50 chance of getting the answer right, which is actually not that great. There's multiple choice, the 3 answers. 50-50 is not good. The 3 friends and the stranger, even though the stranger didn't have any extra information, even though it was just a case of how that changed the conversation to accommodate that awkwardness, the 3 friends and the stranger, they had a 75% chance of finding the right answer. That's quite a big leap in performance. But I think what's really interesting is not just that the 3 friends and the stranger did a better job, but how they felt about it. So when Catherine Phillips interviewed the groups of 4 friends, they had a nice time. They also thought they'd done a good job. They were complacent. When she spoke to the 3 friends and the stranger, they had not had a nice time. It's actually rather difficult, it's rather awkward, and they were full of doubt. They didn't think they'd done a good job, even though they had. And I think that really exemplifies the challenge that we're dealing with here. Because, yeah, the ugly font, the awkward stranger, the random move, these disruptions help us solve problems. They help us become more creative. But we don't feel that they're helping us. We feel that they're getting in the way. And so we resist. And that's why the last example is really important. So I want to talk about somebody from the background of the world of rock and roll. And you may know him. He's actually a TEDster. His name is Brian Eno. He is an ambient composer, rather brilliant. He's also a kind of catalyst behind some of the great rock and roll albums of the last 40 years. So he's worked with David Bowie on Heroes. He worked with U2 on Achtung Baby and the Joshua Tree. He's worked with Devo. He's worked with Coldplay. He's worked with everybody. And what does he do to make these great rock bands better? Well, he makes a mess. He disrupts their creative processes. It's his role to be the awkward stranger. It's his role to tell them that they have to play the unplayable piano. And one of the ways in which he creates this disruption is through this remarkable deck of cards. I have my signed copy here. Thank you, Brian. They're called the oblique strategies. He developed them with a friend of his. And when they're stuck in the studio, Brian Eno will reach for one of the cards. He'll draw one at random, and he'll make the band follow the instructions on the card. So this one, change instrument roles. Yeah, everyone swap instruments. Drummer on the piano. Brilliant, brilliant idea. Look closely at the most embarrassing details. Amplify them. Make a sudden, destructive, unpredictable action. Incorporate. These cards are disruptive. Now, they've proved their worth in album after album. The musicians hate them. So Phil Collins was playing drums on an early Brian Eno album. He got so frustrated, he started throwing beer cans across the studio. Carlos Alomar, great rock guitarist, working with Eno on David Bowie's Lodger album. And at one point, he turns to Brian and says, "Brian, this experiment is stupid." But the thing is, it was a pretty good album, but also Carlos Alomar, 35 years later, now uses the oblique strategies. And he tells his students to use the oblique strategies because he's realized something. Just because you don't like it doesn't mean it isn't helping you. The strategies actually weren't a deck of cards originally. They were just a list on the recording studio wall, a checklist of things you might try if you got stuck. The list didn't work. You know why? Not messy enough. Your eye would go down the list and it would settle on whatever was the least disruptive, the least troublesome, which of course misses the point entirely. And what Brian Eno came to realize was, yes, we need to run the stupid experiments. We need to deal with the awkward strangers. We need to try to read the ugly fonts. These things help us. They help us solve problems. They help us be more creative. But also, we really need some persuasion if we're going to accept this. So however we do it, whether it's sheer willpower, whether it's the flip of a card, or whether it's a guilt trip from a German teenager, all of us from time to time need to sit down and try and play the unplayable piano. Thank you.
Keywords related to preparation or future forecast: efforts, initiative, intuition, start, persistence, sincerity, and change. In the 19th session, we will talk about keywords of preparation and future forecast. 1. Preparation. Prepare in advance. 2. Future prediction. Guessing ahead of time what to expect. 3. Efforts. To accomplish the purpose. 4. Initiative. Acting ahead of others and becoming a model for others. 5. Intuition. To grasp objects directly without going through the thought process of sensation, experience, association, judgment, and reasoning. 6. Start. To accomplish or to do the first step of any task or action, or the step. 7. Persistence. A persistent energy that does not give up easily. 8. Sincerity. To be honest and expressive of all existing things, or to be genuine. 9. Change. The nature, shape, and condition of things change. Mark Twain said, "In the next 20 years, you will be more disappointed in what you have not done than what you have done. So untie the ropes and get out of the safe haven. Sail away. Explore the sails with trade winds. Explore, dream, and find." Sakyamuni said, "A man who is willing to live for spirit and soul is like a man carrying a lamp in a dark house. Even if it is hard and difficult, the soul will get brighter only if you overcome it stubbornly." Henry Ford said, "The person who stopped learning is an old man regardless if he is 20 years old or 80 years old, and the one who keeps learning is always young." The most wonderful thing in life is keeping the mind young. Richard Hughes said, "Leadership is an influence on an organization, the process by which it reaches a goal, shared by all members of the organization, not a single person's monopoly in any particular location." Followers are also clearly an important part of leadership. Einstein said, "An hunch, an intuition, and an image that can be said to be essence in the inside of thought are shown to be first. Words and numbers are just means of expressing this." Peter Drucker said, "In the past 50 years, there has been the fastest and the most thorough change in the world on this planet. The country is Korea. And if there is a country that will change rapidly and thoroughly on this planet in the next 20 years, that is Korea as well." Joo Myung Sok, world famous scholar of butterflies, said, "If you do for 10 years what others don't, you will succeed. The steady efforts of devotion rather than the genius material will become the mother of success." An unknown pianist said, "If you do not practice for 1 day, you know. If you do not practice for 2 days, critics know. And if you do not practice for 3 days, all the audience knows." Write down the definition of preparation. Stop this video for about 10 minutes until you fill out the table, and start it again when you finish. How to execute preparation for your big dream. 1. I start working after thoroughly preparing in advance for any work. 2. I have 10 years, 20 years, 40 years, future forecast, and I read the newly published futuristic books. 3. I exert efforts to get everything by my power and I do not want freedom. 4. I work voluntarily even if I am not ordered to do so and take an initiative and set an example. 5. I believe in my intuition, in my heart, and make decisions according to my intuition. 6. I know that I need to start anything to get results, and I am happy to try new things. 7. I have persistence that does not give up the possibility of 1/10,000. 8. I am doing sincerity in my life and 10% of my income reinvest in me. 9. I enjoy new change and add a new career to my resume each year. Why don't you write down what you think of the picture of the changing world and how you should adjust to the changes? Stop this video for about 10 minutes until you fill out the table, and start it again when you finish. The dictionary concept of preparation is to prepare in advance. The time of the tide must come. The harder your life is, the better time you should prepare for tomorrow. The office of Dale Carnegie, who wrote Happiness of Life, has a landscape painting. It is a scene in which an old boat lies on a deserted beach where the water has escaped. Below it is written, "It is time for the tide to come." Today, our reality is at the time of the ebb, but it is obvious that the time of tide comes. Do not forget that only those who repair ships and their nets at low tide will enjoy abundance in rising tide. Personal life is also an area where crisis management is needed. Happy life is possible when managing the crisis well. A story of one day when I woke up, I became very famous, is just one in fiction. Successful people get the fruit of success because they have done so many preparations for it. There is no success without preparation. When you prepare and prepare continuously, a chance approaches you. If you have worked more than 30 years in your field of specialization, aren't they saying that you are in the level of superhuman? Eventually, one day, you suddenly become famous because the professionalism that has been built up over 30 years explodes at once. Most successful people say they are lucky. It is also said that those who work hard, those who enjoy themselves succeed. After all, the lucky person is only a prepared person. Those who wait for a persimmon to fall under the persimmon tree and those who actively try to pick it have a huge difference in results. The future is not a big deal for the strong, but it is a threat to the weak. It gives the prepared person an opportunity to challenge. There is no perfect opportunity in the world. When the opportunity comes, the prepared person only knows the smart way to catch it. It is not right that you have not got a good opportunity, but you have not just found it. Life has no exercise and cannot live twice. Today is the chance, and the person who is preparing now can get the result of success. Opportunity may appear before us in some form. Only the person who prepares does not miss the opportunity. Anyone who has done a bit of using a sickle in the countryside knows that it is very hard to cut grass if he does not sharpen the sickle at a reasonable time. Even if it is urgent, you cannot achieve the result of cutting grass by working very hard using the dull sickle. If you are prepared with well ground sickles, you can get more grass. Even if you take time to prepare, you will shorten the time to cut the actual grass. The same applies to saws for cutting trees. No matter how much power you give with a dull saw, it only makes you harder. It is advantageous to cut the wood intensively by grinding the saw at that time. Time is a chance. The chance once missed does not show us the forehead again. A person who prepares and seizes opportunities can take on success and happiness. Let's get ready for the next 10 years, 20 years later. It is the beginning of preparation to work hard, study hard, and think hard. Future predictions lexical concept is to guess ahead. Stop this video and why don't you read the table on the slide carefully? Once you read it all, then start it again. The fact that what we consider to be natural in the past has been imagination or fantasy in the past is an important implication to cope with the future in which we live. In an age when the average life expectancy reaches 100 years, it is predicted that replacing parts of the body, such as feet and knees, with robots will be as natural as wearing glasses. It is said that alternative organs cultured as stem cells are used in broken organs. Before the time when human beings and robots lived together, there was also discussion about robot constitution. The analysis also suggests that children aged 10 to 15, who will get their first jobs 15 years later, will move 39 jobs until retirement. In 2035, mobile technology is expected to completely eliminate the inconvenience of communication. Smartphones have greatly improved cognitive capabilities to keep users aware of their intentions. With advances in natural language speech recognition technology, it is possible to correct a user's poor pronunciation of a foreign language by using a smartphone. Car navigation turns into a secretary who exchanges conversations while driving. It is also possible to communicate naturally with foreigners using an automatic interpreter. In particular, virtual reality can be considered as a technology that can greatly change the future life. Families can enjoy golf, paragliding, African safari, aquarium, and realistic virtual reality education in smart classrooms. The appearance of home appliances also varies greatly. As wireless powered transmission technology, which supplies electricity wirelessly, becomes common, complex wires such as webs disappear. Therefore, there is no reason to keep home appliances in one place. When you make a call from the bed, the wheel on the refrigerator or TV rolls and stops in front of you. The remote control in the living room also disappears. All home appliances understand the word, and if you move your hand in the air, 3D touch technology, which is recognized as a camera, is also commercialized. TV channels can be changed by words or by gestures. The social infrastructure also changes dramatically. As technology is combined with fisheries and animal husbandry, buildings are filled with water to form fish, and various sensors are used to diagnose, treat, and breed livestock diseases such as cattle and pigs. Your future is a work you create. Whether this work will turn out to be a masterpiece or a rumor is your own choice. 20 years later, 30 years later, let you connect the future with yourself. Your life is a masterpiece that you design and produce. A dreamer can create the future. Rapid technological developments, globalization of markets, and collapse of industrial boundaries are leading to unprecedented changes in the business environment. What is the most important capacity for future response and creation in this environment? It is future foresight. Future glance is an insight into the future. The glance looks similar to the predictive power, but it is slightly different. Forecasting is mainly about drawing the most likely future, assuming that the current trend will continue in the future. Therefore, forecasting is useful in a stable business environment, but becomes useless in a rapidly changing business environment. Foresight, on the other hand, takes a comprehensive view of all possible futures, taking into account the various factors involved, and chooses important futures based on discontinuity and power. The focus is on the potential risks and opportunities that the break will bring, rather than ongoing trends. In playing Go, low grade players are busy making a move one by one, but high grade players are focusing on gaining control of the drift of the game by reading a few future moves in advance. Management is the same. If you are an executive, you will try to change the game rules of the industry by preparing a big picture of the future business environment, preparing for the upcoming strategic inflection point, instead of running around the day to solve the operational problems. Precise future prediction is virtually impossible. This is because it is difficult to predict how human decisions and organization choices will affect the future. It is said that the role of future designer is getting bigger. This becomes clearer as the mobile creative society becomes more important as creativity and innovation become important. The future is not to predict but to create. The ability to read the future accurately determines the tone of the organization. Today's chaos is tomorrow's chance. The power to create tomorrow's opportunities depends on the ability to read the future. The ability to read the future is not obtained automatically. It is generated from systematic training, constant thinking, and intellectual curiosity and passion that wants to know the future. In the last 17th and 18th centuries,